Let's revisit the topic of failures for success, of course. I like those sayings like, there's only falling, not failing, or how you can never fail, just have a learning opportunity, and so on. Today, I want to add another aspect of so-called failing I haven't found addressed often enough yet. To do that, let me share with you 3 events when I grew up. Happened many decades ago. When I was 12, I lost 6-0, 6-0 to Yevgeny Smirnov in Spandau in the ASC tennis tournament quarterfinals. Number 2, same year, I also applied to the Hochschule der Künste in Berlin in piano performance and was very far from being accepted after I auditioned in front of the judges. Some years later, at 17, I got invited to St. James Hall and Exeter at Oxford University for an interview and also failed to get in. All of these 3 events are worth a separate episode for another time, but today I want to highlight a fact about these 3 events. Do you know how hard it is to fail like me in even one event, albeit 3 events? Playing tennis at that level, I had to endure a lot of matches before I could get my 2 donuts, which means losing 0 in both sets. How many hours did I take to qualify both piano audition, to play 2 songs of maybe 3 to 4 minutes each, and then hear the thank you, but you will not be considered? Or the preparation necessary, the assessments, documentation, cost and so on, to be invited to come personally to the UK, just to be squandered in the first minute after the introduction. The haters will think I'm just trying to boast my skills and aptitude for some humble bragging, but anyone who has been with me for this continuous journey knows that every tea with tea is still not about me at all. It is about you, who maybe didn't get the job you applied for, who couldn't get the wedding venue when you dreamed of, who didn't make the championship final in hockey, or who didn't meet the project deadlines. I am sure you learned a lot from each individual experiences, and thus, to my standards, you have not failed at all. Ariana would even say that those were the prerequisites to success, and I could not agree more. But to be able to fail like you is unique and hard. You didn't fail at one thing, but in the combination of many things, which makes you special. It is not only hard to fail like you, it is impossible for everyone else. Which is a reason worth celebrating. You might remember some 300 episodes ago when I said, in order to be continuously successful, you need to define success in as many ways as possible. The failing part is even more painful yet effective. In order to have the greatest success in life, you need to be able to fall in as many unique combinations as possible. To create those combinations and putting yourself in those circumstances is hard, unique, and special. Or as you know, a wild saying would be yourself, everyone else is already taken. And yes, I'm not talking about you either, but process people, applications, and data together.